What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy Doc Holiday. We're back with another Saturday Night Live with Doc and SheLovesThee. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you check out and subscribe to both pages, to both channels. Also, make sure that you like the stream, comment, share, but like I said before, subscribe to both channels. Just want to let everybody know that my co-host is with the kid tonight, and she is not going to be on, but we are still simulcasting, so because I want to make sure that she get her views up. This is a Saturday thing. She hit me up earlier and said she won't be able to make it. She won't be able to make it. And then I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I'm gonna do it. We gonna get it going our way. Big Lauderdale, what's going on? Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. What it do? How you doing, Shay May? How you doing? How you doing? See if we get some more people coming up in here now. Other than that, hey, you want to come sub in? I will give you the. I'm gonna send you the link. Just you know what I'm saying. It don't even matter. We can send the link, and hopefully Mr. Ford come on tonight because I know he's probably watching college basketball. So anybody wants to come on, you know what I'm saying, to help out with the show while the co-host is having a play date with her son. Be right ahead. What's going on, Edwin? What's going on? He been watching Edwin, you've been watching high school basketball, Texas State high school basketball. I wonder what Kimball have done. I wonder what Kimball done tonight. And I know they played Beaumont United earlier today. I wonder if they won tonight. He said finish up the AAC tournament. Oh, okay. Let's see what Memphis. That's my squad. That's my other squad right there, Memphis. So see what they did. But that's what I'm talking about. We blowing folks about 40 points. That TC Taylor interview, I have to check and see. I have to check and see on that. I had to check and see. But when he did that interview, that was on a Twitter space. I think I could pull it up. And it really wasn't like an interview. It was more like a sit-down conversation. Bro, I've been claiming Memphis since Elliot Perry. What you talking about? Oh, Faith Family Academy? Yeah. Bro, how can I know you turned off your notification for to DM you on Twitter? I don't know. They just invited me. Like they invited me on there. But like I said, I'm always a Memphis fan. But anyway, man. Anyway, how is everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? That was what y'all saw tonight was some. That was some good basketball. That was some good basketball tonight. What we saw. And so what we're going to do is, man, look, it is my HBC Overdrive Tournament Roundup, y'all. It's the Tournament Roundup. We're going to jump right into it. So, on the women's side, we're going to start in the MEAC. On the women's side, Norfolk State continue to dominate. Even though there was some shady calls towards the end of the game, they continued to dominate. They took out Howard, who was the number 2 seed, 56-52. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something about Howard. This girl's team, Howard. They got a chick, Destiny Howe. She was pulling it up from Steph Curry range earlier. She was pulling up from Steph Curry range earlier. Um, she had 30 points on 9 of 21 shooting, but she was 4 for 8 from the free throw line. And I think she also, yeah, but first half she was balling. First half she was balling. 100 yard was good, was good, was good. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for becoming a member. But she was balling, and she hit. I don't know how it was, but the first 3-pointer to try to get the game to like 3 or 2, it like she hit a step back, just mean step back, and launched it up. This is after she shot an air ball, but she launched that shit up, and boom, she made it. And then basically they fouled because they was trying to slow the game down, trying to slow the pace of the game down, stop the clock. Norfolk still had the lead. They go back down the court on the wing. Same move. Jab step, bounce, step back, 3 in their face. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. There is no way in the world that you it ain't no way in the world. Oh yeah, you owe me. Oh yeah. Don't forget, we'll be down there. We'll be down there. Still gotta take the kids to visit the school, so we'll be down there sometime. I don't know when, but we'll be down there sometime soon, bro. But but yeah, man, I thank you. But this game was down to the wire. Norfolk State is coached by Coach Vickers. He's done a tremendous job with this team. So they are the MEAC representative that's got the automatic bid for the tournament. So now, more than likely, Howard will be in the WNIT. And they'll still be playing postseason basketball for Howard University in the WNIT on the women's side. On the men's side, no, let's continue on the women's side. So we go to the SWAC tournament on the women's side. It was already a surprise that Pine Bluff made it to the championship game. But it was an even bigger surprise that Southern beat Jackson State women last night. And the reason why I say it was a bigger surprise is because they didn't sneak up on nobody. They did not sneak up on anybody. They played the way that they played, and you saw the way that they played. It was a good game down the line. that 3 point shot was, to me, that 3 point shot was lucky. They were lucky to even get into that position right there. So now we set the stage up for today. Southern, the number 5 seed, going up against Pine Bluff, who is the number, I think they were the number 7 seed in this tournament. And my thing is, Pine Bluff, these ladies were geared up to play Jackson State. They were geared up to play Jackson State. They were, to me, they were looking forward to playing Jackson State. They did not expect to play Southern University. But we already know what happened, and we figured out that, we found out that this game right here, it really was a tale of two halves. Um, Halftime was 26-24. Now, I would say this. This game was still close. Third quarter, at the end of the third quarter, this game was still close. Um, 41-38. And then in the fourth quarter, basically, you seen basically everything happening right now. Yeah, cause we simulcast over here on Saturdays, but she's with child. And they were and Sonny Boom, they were lucky enough. They were very lucky to even get into this position to get to the title game, because they was not supposed to make it to the title game. They were not supposed to make it to the title game. The way that the tournament played out, it was supposed to be the Jackson State Invitational on the women's side. It was not supposed to be for a free for all. Once I seen Bama State go out in the first round, it pretty much told the whole story. It to me, that's why it pretty much told the whole story. Once once they became once they once Bama State didn't get into the second round, it told the whole story. So let me see some, y'all. Oh snap! Hold on, y'all. See something. All right, all right. Well, that's my whole thing. Once the once the number 2 team went out, it was a free for all. It was a free for all. It was meant for the team. It was meant for Jackson State to actually get to where they were supposed to go. Now, we never expected for them to lose in the semifinals. Um, we had never expected for them to lose in the semifinals. I would thought they would meet at least made it to the finals of the tournament, and would have been from there. Let's see. It only takes 1 point to win. That's true. You trying to be funny with the wordplay, bro? Oh man, congratulations to the Kimber Knights of Dallas, Texas, winning the 5A state tournament here in Texas. I think that's like their 10th or 11th title. Yeah, Sam. No one saw that coming. They did not. Nobody saw that coming. I would be remiss if uh, I would be remiss if we figured that was going to be the case right there. But nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw Southern coming from behind. Now I'm gonna let you know this. Southern does have a scrappy team, but I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna be real blunt and honest with you. If my boy J Max is on here, he'll tell you they about to get fed to the wolves. They might be in a playing game, but but if they win that game, they win that playing game, they are going to be fed to South Carolina. They are going to be fed to South Carolina. No fifth as a bus about it, y'all. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are going to be fed to the wolves. So, um, not to be funny, not to be a party pooper. Yeah, I am. I'm a party pooper. But in a sense, in a sense, they are going to be fed to the wolves. And when that happens, oh well. On when that happens, on to the next. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. Let me make sure that everything is fine. All right. Anyway, uh, snap. Yeah, it could get real ugly. They play South Carolina. It's gonna get real ugly, and Coach Don Staley is not the one to be played with. But it would have been a very good, interesting first round matchup if Jackson State probably would have got a 16 seed, playing the playing game, play against South Carolina. That would have been very interesting. SWAT Kings is here. We gonna get to you, Los. Come on now. We gonna get to you. Can Southern get the first SWAC win in women's March Madness? They can probably can, but it'll be in the play-in game. It'll be in the play-in game, and it's all about matchups and it's all about strategy. So, but I feel like they can. I feel like they can win the playing game and go to the next round. Because remember, when you play in the playing game, that's really a first round game. So once the first round game is over with, then you move on to the second round. So that would be your first victory right there in the tournament. And you're right, Southbound. They played Jackson State women's played dominant last season, but it really wasn't a dominant effort. You seen you seen glimpse of it during the season, especially during conference play. You seen glimpse of it, but it really wasn't that type of dominance that they are, you know, known for. But we're gonna get back onto the Southern Pine Bluff game. Southern like I said, Southern takes the victory over Pine Bluff, 62-53. Um, the Achilles heel for Pine Bluff is that free throw shooting. That free throw shooting was atrocious, atrocious. And when I say atrocious, they were only 10 of 26 on the line. They went to the line 26 times, but they were 10 for they went to the line, yeah, 26 times, but they were 10 for 26. That's a 39% free throw percentage. You are not going to win no type of game with that. Compared to Southern's going to the line 12 times, making 9 free throws and shooting 75%. Also, they were dominant on the boards with a 43-35 advantage. They had more offensive rebounds than Pine Bluff, who so happened to have um they got one of the best uh in Maya Peak. She's one of the best big uh post players in the SWAC. They only held her to 10 points and she only had 4 rebounds. Miss Davenport had 12 points, 11 rebounds, but she also had 4 turnovers. Um, turnovers, turnovers, 9-13. Southern had 9 turnovers. Pine Bluff with 13 turnovers. But you seen it down the way down the way that it got ugly to the point where I don't think nobody, I mean nobody, nobody couldn't score. But but you cannot win a game like that with shoot 38%, y'all. You can't win with 38% free throw shooting. Uh think Coach Reed may entertain those offers this time if they come her way. I think she would. I think she would, but I don't think she has the she wants to leave Jackson. So that's true, Edwin. They still airtight, but you'll see it. But I mean, we all gonna see it tomorrow. So we'll have a show tomorrow. We're gonna go ahead and simulcast the show tomorrow. That way we can figure out who goes where and what's the matchups going to be. So we're going to have some sort of bracket type style going on um, for tomorrow, where they do a selection, and I think the WNIT selection should be tomorrow also. But on to the men's side, y'all. We're gonna go start off in the MEAC. Look, Howard. Howard started as the number one seed. They finished as the number one seed. They rolled through the MEAC tournament. Um, but this time they got away from Norfolk by the skin of their teeth. Remember last Thursday, they beat Norfolk by 20 in Howard. Now, this is, like I said, playing at the scope. This is a home, like literally a home game for Norfolk State. The crowd was there. It was electrifying. If you did not watch that game, um, I don't know what was wrong with y'all. The other, my only complaint about this is that they started this game at 12 o'clock, which I think it should have been more like a 3 or 4 o'clock affair. They started the game too early, but I understand the reason why they did that because ESPN wants to show the big games uh, tonight, and so basically that's what happened. Howard came in. Um, First time. This is the first time in 30 years that Howard has is going to the tournament. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She wants to win at the house. She wanted to be at the house. So yeah, I give you that on there. But Howard comes in, plays a remarkable game. Now I would say this, they did get a little bit chippy. Um Norfolk did try to storm back in the second half, but Jelani Williams ends the game with 20 points. Shy Odom was the lead rebounder with 7, and Elijah Hawkins was the leading assist man with 5. Uh, whoever plays this team right here is going to be in for some trouble. Coach Kenny Blakeney, a Duke disciple, uh, has his guys ready to run, ready to go. Um, but to me, I'm a keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. Um, in the sense, Howard could have lost this game today. Howard could have lost the game, but like I said, their leading guard, Jelani Williams, paced the way for the Howard men to get over the hump against Norfolk, against the Spartans. Um, and for it was crazy because at one point in time, Howard held Joe Bryant Jr., aka ISO Joe, on Norfolk to 0 points in the first half. He ended up with 18 points, 18 5, 18 points and 5 rebounds, but they made sure that this dude did not get off on them. Um, the CBI might invite Grambling, but with Grambling, I think more with Grambling, they'll be in the NIT. Norfolk State might get an NIT bid or they get a CBI bid, but if Norfolk State get a CBI bid, that's a total slap in the face to Norfolk and the type of season that they had. That is a slap in the face to them. So I would actually think they would get a NIT bid also. So most of these teams are still going to be playing, continuing to play. But like I said before, Howard is the MEAC champion for the men. First time in over 30 years that they're going to the big dance, y'all. So I'm gonna give a hand to those Howard Bison. And it's funny because I don't give Howard that type of respect. I promise you, when it comes to sports, I cringe on saying Howard's going to win something in sports, especially when it comes to football. I give it for them in basketball, but when it comes to football, I cringe at it. I cringe. I be like, hell no, these dudes is not gonna get done. And to be honest, they got it done. So to be honest, they got it done. Um, but look, we gonna go to the SWAC. We gonna go to the SWAC men's title. Oh Jesus, to the SWAC men's title. Look, number 8, the 8th seed, Texas Southern Tigers from Houston, Texas, from Third Ward, Texas, wins the SWAC men's tournament. And I'm gonna tell you how they did it. They got every last of their players back that was injured. They had every last one of their players back who got injured. Shout out to Mama Body, Miss Andrew Body's mama. Shout out to her. But it was something that Mr. Ford said. And I remember this. We had this conversation. We had this conversation when the tournament get ready to start. I think it was on Monday when I did the show. Monday, he said, and quote, "Do not sleep on TSU." I don't know about saying Kings of the Swag, but do not sleep on TSU, y'all. That's something that you don't do. That is something that you do not do. These guys have been here before. They are tournament tested. They are battle tested. Coach Jones got them playing at a high level. I, I'm sorry to say, but the way that they have been playing in the last couple of weeks. It was indicative that they were going to make the tournament. But who would have thought that they was gonna go all the way through and sweep in the tournament? First of all, you take out the number one team in the SWAC in Alcorn, and you did it in the fashion to where you damn near try to blow them out. Like you try to blow them out in the first half, but you let them come back in the second half. But you made it interesting. All right, you took on the Alabama A&M team, um, who was kind of streaking into the postseason also, and that's the semifinals, and then the finals. Whatever you did, whatever y'all did, whatever you did, you took a play out of what Jackson State did yesterday to Grambling in the first half. You implied that in today's game, in the game today, where you were up 15. You were up 15. I turned on the game. It was 20-5 in the first half. Like I think it was like probably like 13 minutes in the first half. You were up 20-5. Now the problem is with Texas Southern, you tend to let teams try to come back. And to me, you let teams try to come back and you try to make the game interesting, but then it's like you turn it on within those last 4 to 5 minutes of the game. I don't know what Coach Jones have says to y'all, but it you can say it's indicative of the play that you have. Yeah, Mike. So, in a sense, man, I thought it was going to be after uh Wednesday when the tournament started. When the tournament started Wednesday, I figured that once Texas Southern got beat like not Texas Southern, but once Alcorn got beat like that in the quarterfinal, that set up the that set up everything for anybody could take this tournament. But anybody could take this tournament right here. That was the setup, right? Oh, let's get to this. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. But I'm gonna say it just like this. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Give them their respect. Los. Shout out to the 2023 Texas Southern Tigers, winners of the SWAC men's basketball tournament, aka y'all the kings of the SWAC. La la la. Whatever. But Lawrence, this is a good question. So the first four teams, and it might be different. It all depends. It all depends. I ain't don't care about y'all three P. Win the tournament game. I think I did. I can't say that either. Texas Southern, Howard, Fairleigh Dickinson, and SEMO. Uh, who's going to be 16? But see, this is how they do the playing game. One is for the 16 seed, and one is for like the 11th seed. It all depends. So, um, I don't want to see Texas Southern play Howard because that would be unfair to. That would be totally unfair. Totally unfair. I would rather see Texas Southern play SEMO and Howard play Fairleigh Dickinson. Even though all the games going to be over in Dayton for the first four for the playing game. Um, that's what I would see. That's what I want to see right there. I don't want to see Texas Southern play Howard because of the simple fact that I want to see both schools try to go in and see who they can actually get. I know TSU is going to get 16 seed just by how they did during the regular season, even though they swept through the conference tournament. What they did in the regular season, that basically pretty much determines what you do for how you get seeded in the tournament. Um, but in a sense, in a sense, anybody that's going to play Howard, y'all better get y'all feet, y'all better get y'all legs ready for you because they're going to try to run you up and down the court. If they get into the type of arena that they want to get into, they're going to run you up and down the court, like for real, seriously. And I'm not saying this just to be funny. I'm saying it because of the fact that that's that is what they do. They can run you up and down the court. They can slow the game down. They can grind it to a halt. Um, they have bigs where they can offensive and defensive rebound, play defense, block shots. Texas Southern, if Texas Southern's guard play is any good, Texas Southern's guard play is any good, they can't have no type of hiccups. They cannot go into the game with no type of hiccup. They have to be able to they have to be able to uh, be in rhythm, uh, get rid of the costly turnovers. They fan. Oh, look at Oak Cliff showing that always. Yeah, that is right. They won't go higher than the 16 seed because they didn't dominate the conference. Now Howard, on the other hand, can go as a they could be put in as a 16 seed, but they could be put in as a 12 seed or 11 seed or a 13 seed. It all depends on how they have the play in seedings uh, sketched out. But to me, I just feel like they want Texas Southern has to be able to play, and you got to play under control. You have to play under control. But congratulations to both Howard and Texas Southern on the men's, and Howard and Southern University. I don't see how I can say Southern University on the women's side. And other tournament news, let me see where I can find the brackets for D2 and NAIA. See if I can find. I think I exited out last time. Do you really want me to answer that, Miss Miss Body? Do you, do you really want me to answer that? Do y'all really want me to let her to answer? Y'all want me to answer that? I'm gonna say it just like this. Howard is probably 2 times better than y'all. Howard is probably 2 times better than Texas Southern right now. Howard. You gotta watch Howard from beginning of the tip off all the way to let's say 00. Howard is light years right now for this season ahead of Texas Southern. Let me see let's see some. So I'm going to the NAIA. We do need a Sweat Me at basketball challenge. I would love to see that I would love to see that. I would love to see a Sweat versus me at. Shout out to Langston University, going to the Sweet 16 and the NAIA tournament. Also, shout out to again Tougaloo College punching their ticket to the Sweet 16 of the tournament. Also, so we're gonna give those guys a big round of applause. Yeah, those guys a big round of applause. That they um pretty much have a good team, y'all. A good team. And I'm trying to see what they did because I think they start. Well, they start the Sweet 16. They start on Monday. Yes. And let's go to Division Two. See what they did today on the men's side. There you go, Adrian, man. All right. On the for HBCU basketball in the D2 ranks for the men's side. Uh Winston Salem. Wow. Winston Salem State loses to Indiana, Pennsylvania by 2. 52 to 50. Um then Virginia Union with a 2-point victory over Fairmont State. So in the second round, it would be Indiana, Pennsylvania versus Virginia Union. Don't get me wrong, Virginia Union is a strong team in Division 2. And I expect them to actually probably get to like the quarterfinals or so in this tournament. See who else is in here. Tuskegee. Tuskegee took on West Alabama. They took on West Alabama. They lose to West Alabama 70 to 64. So their season is over with. And Miles took on the number one ranked team in D2 men, Nova Southeastern, losing to them by 42, 97 to 55. Dang. Miles loses to the number one overall team in this tournament, Nova Southeastern, 97 to 55. Man. But I'm gonna give, like I said, I'm gonna give for them having a great season this year. I just wish they could actually pull it out, man. See what we got two on the women's. All right, on the women's side, Elizabeth City loses to Glenville State, 84 to 20. Also, Shippensburg takes out West Virginia State, 87-83. Let's see. I think that's it in that quadrant right there. Tuskegee ladies loses to the number one overall seed, University of Tampa, 82 to 64. But still, to shout out to these teams for getting it done, doing what they do, having a great season. Let's try to get something going on for next season, and um, go on from there. We're trying to go on from there. Um, Next on the list, man, we gonna. I want to see something because I want to ask y'all opinion, and I want to ask y'all opinion. See if I can find this clip. What do you do? What do you do when the referees or umpire try to take over the game? What do you do when the referee or umpire try to put themselves in the game? That's the question I want to ask people. What do you do when the referee or the ump try to put themselves into the game? Let's see where y'all got. I just gotta fight through it. I figure I understand what we got. You have to play almost perfect. So the reason why I say that, I'm gonna pull up this clip. Um, pull up this clip. I'm gonna share the screen. All right. I want to see if anybody can see it. Everybody can see the screen.
But that's a big gamble to take in the ninth. 1-1, called a strike there, and it's 1-2, and oh my. Mims is showing where 1-2 coming. It's down. Oh my gosh! Wow! He got rung up on ball two, and the game is over. Oh my goodness, that is horrific. Well, the Privateers win the game, a game they looked like they were going to win anyway, but Hummer just wanted to go home. The Privateers are a winner, 7-3. You're fine.
So the reason why I put that up, y'all. The reason why I put that up in the game of baseball. I love baseball. I love baseball. Um, it was it that's like my first sport right there, baseball. Um, yeah, Los, that was a baseball clip. That was a baseball clip. That happened. I think that was yesterday. So Valley was playing University of New Orleans, the Privateers, down in New Orleans. So I think they had a little series down there. All right. University of New Orleans is in the Southland Conference. Of course, we play in the SWAC. Um, Looking at that clip, now the pitch before, you can probably say yes, it could have been a strike, or no, that's not a strike. But the way that and I'm gonna say it like this: I'm a baseball fan. I'm a baseball person. The way that the ball was dipping down, um, once it crossed over the before it crossed over home plate, I would figure that that would have been a ball. Now, now, oh my goodness. Now, did that determine the outcome of the game? It really didn't do it. It really did not determine the outcome of the game because you was down by 4 runs. But the way it could have been done, the game could have been extended. You could have had it could have been extended. I think. Let me see. I'm gonna go on here. It's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. There's nobody on base, but it's 2 outs. So now if this was um let's say with no outs or 1 out left, I would be I would be highly upset. And the reason why I would be highly upset is because I could have been put on base. Like, dude had an eye for the ball. He did not, those were bad pitches. Those were bad pitches, and he knew not to let go on it. He knew to lay off of it, to let it go. Um, so we could go back to it again.
But that's a big gamble to take in the ninth. 1-1. Called a strike there, and it's one.
Now, the only issue I have, yes, the batter should not have, in a sense, you baseball they play by archaic rules. Uh, what's up, Russell? Baseball is played. They have this unwritten rule in baseball, unwritten etiquette rule in baseball, which I don't really. I mean, I can go with it if you're a real baseball purist. You're gonna follow that to the T. But we're in 2023. We do not care what happened 120 some years ago. Um, it's time to go on with the times. But you know, the batter has a right to show his disgust. He has a right to say, "Hey, that's not a ball." Now, this is where he kind of messes up. So he jumps up, he comes back
1-2,
into
and
batter's box.
oh my.
He's pointing at the plate, saying that that ball was maybe down and away. Let's just say it just like that. The ball was down and away. I mean, if you play baseball, if you're a batter and you have an eye for when that ball comes towards you, you know what's a ball and what's a strike. Um, Everybody knows the umpire is behind the catcher, so the umpire really don't have a actual good vantage point of what is a strike, what is a ball, and what is a strike, unless the ball is at your waist, between here and at your stomach. That's what I learned. Uh, or it could be extended towards before you get to the top of your knees. That is what I learned when I played baseball. Especially if you're a pitcher, you want to hit that mark between the chest and the top of your knees. Anything below that is done. Anything above that is a ball. That's your target that you want to hit. That you're trying to paint. It's like art. It's like art. You're trying to paint a picture when you're playing baseball. Yeah, and if you're a catcher, because I play catcher also, you can manipulate. You can kind of manipulate where the ball is and where the ball's placed. So if the catcher catches the first pitch up, it's definitely a strike. That is true. It's definitely a strike because it's within that strike. Like I was saying, the strike range, the strike zone. So and to me, and yep, Marcus is called framing the pitch. You exactly right. You exactly right. You're exactly right. It's called framing the pitch. That's what you do when you want to frame a pitch. You want it to where if you're a catcher, you're trying to frame it where within your strike zone and you are in control of it. So that's the first mistake. This is the only mistake that the batter made. To show you in the ump's mind, you're showing him up saying that no, he's wrong. You're right, he's wrong. The catcher could say, well, no, he got to go along with it because look, you're up by 4. You're trying to win the game. You're trying to stop a late. You try to stop a late game rally. You're up by 4.
Mims is showing where.
So on the second pitch, this is a 1-2, and this pitch is down and away. looked like a split finger fastball.
1-2 coming. It's down. Oh my!
Ain't no way in the world that's a damn strike. There is no way in the world that's a strike. You correct. Ain't no way in the world that's a strike. But see, pitcher walks off. Look, the pitcher walks off and like, well, yeah, I got out of the inning. I saved the game. Um, let's go home. But he knew in his mind that that pitch was not a strike. That it was supposed to be 2-2 or probably 3-1. 3-1, and then if you got a 3-1 lead, you rip it. But
My gosh! Wow! He got rung up on ball two, and the game is over. Oh my goodness, that is horrific.
so the catcher is basically trying to cool him off, let him know, no, don't go after the umpire. Don't go after the umpire because he's going to get his just due.
Well, the Privateers win the game, a game they looked like they were going to win anyway, but Ummer just wanted to go home. The Privateers are a winner, 7-3. You're fine, but that's a
So at this point, um, Southland Conference got a wind of this, and they basically sent a letter, a statement. They basically sent a statement, and in this statement, and I'll blow it up for y'all. So the Southland Conference says statement on the New Orleans and Mississippi Valley baseball contest. The Southland Conference is committed to promoting and enforcing the principles and standards of good sporting conduct in connection with all conference activities involving our member institutions, including competition against non-conference opponents. The conference expects this conduct to be upheld by all gang participants. After a thorough review of the New Orleans and Mississippi Valley State baseball contest on March 10th, 2023, which was yesterday, the Southland Conference confirmed the home plate umpires' conduct and actions were deemed detrimental to the conference and in violation of Section 3 character and conduct of the CCA Mechanics Manual for Baseball. As a result, the umpire has been removed from the series and has been suspended indefinitely from the Southland Conference baseball games. The conference will have no further comment. That on that note right there, on that note, the conference dealt with what was going on. They dealt with the issue and they were swift in it. Um, they were swift in their actions. And I think all conference members, all conferences need to be just as swift like this. And you are right. The head coach was supposed to protest that call. That's the reason why the head coach is supposed to protest the call to protect the player and let the 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 official know that said player, I mean, didn't like it. He didn't like it. The team didn't like it. This could have been done better. Yep, the zone is set up by the ump. Yep, with framing the pitch. And and Big B, he took it personal. That umpire took it personal. Let's see what else we got. Looks like the looks like the umpire was ready to go home. Shaking my head. I have seen a lot of that. Umpire tired. Everything becomes a strike. A player or coach piss him off. Everything becomes a strike. That is true.
they do not like being they do not like being shown up. Uh so from I got a little bird from the co-host. She just sent this to me, the WNI Women's NIT. We're happy to announce Jackson State Tigers women's basketball team as the automatic qualifier for the 2023 postseason WNIT out of the SWAC conference. We look forward to seeing your team in postseason action. Yes. So guess what? We about to play some more basketball. Uh, but let's get back to this. Nigel, you in Texas? What part of Texas you been in, man? Tell me, cause I'm in Dallas, bro. I don't think he'll be led into the SWAC rotation, but I think that that C and D that might go to all conferences. I don't think he will be able to referee any type of conference games. So hopefully he does not come into the conference. Um, so let's get into let's go into some SWAC. I mean, to some HBCU news and my boy David Garner. We gonna get to it. Alabama State hires Terry Sims as director of football operations. The Hornets also hired Patrick Browning as quarterback coach, passing game coordinator. Oh, if Mr. Ford is listening to this, he needs to come on there and he's gonna be very happy. Um, the only thing I'm gonna say it like this, DG Terry Sims coming out of hiding, coming out of his rabbit hole, which is a good thing because, like I said, he didn't know what was going on with them. He was just there to coach. For him to become director of football operations, that's a good move. He don't have to worry about coaching right now, but that's a good move for him. But that Patrick Browning as the QB coach to help Demetrius Davis is going to be exceptional. He needed that last season. He needed that last season. Harvey Williams couldn't give him that. I mean not Harvey, Harry Williams, who is the offensive coordinator for Bama State, he could not do that. I would rather foresee him to be a wide receivers coach, which he was when he was at Morehouse, um, because his play calling, you're not gonna get over 25 points a game with the type of play calling that he was doing. Hey, you're in Corpus, man. I'm gonna have to go down there one day, man. Again, it's been a minute. Yeah, the pitcher was still on the mound waiting for the ball. He was, yeah. I seen that too. Nobody there recognized that. Nobody there noticed that. I seen that too. He was waiting for that. Yeah, that was poor. That was very poor umpiring. Well, then Edwin tell homeboy he need to sit his ass at the house. But Alabama State hiring a head coach. I mean, hiring Terry Sands as a football operations director of operations for football. That's a good move. The best move is to get a QB coach for Demetrius Davis and see what he can do. Um, because like I said, his play was lackluster. It was poor. But that attributes to the offensive coordinator and Harry Williams. And that's probably is an asset. That's a good asset right there. Um, we will see when it comes down towards football season. See what happens. Also, what else we got going on, man? What else we got going on, man? But it's been basketball basketball right now. I'm ready for some football to come on. I'm ready for some football to be played. I'm ready to see what they do, how they do in the spring game. Um, so I'll probably be try to go to the spring game. I'm trying. I ain't gonna say I'm going. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go. But overall, I want to see what we can do. I want to see what we can do as far as when it comes to the game. I did ask the question to TC about the QB uh, about the QB situation. He did say if it was up to him, it would be Jason Brown to be the starter of Jackson State football, just because of the experience and how he's handling everything. But also said that does not discount Zion McDonald or Philip Short. So we'll see. We'll see how that spring game goes. That's on April the 15th at the vet. Make sure we pack that thing out, y'all, for a spring game. I don't care what anybody say. Um, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, y'all. Southern Blue, I need you on here, man. I need you on here like right now so we could discuss this because that conference tournament not having the crowds in there is ridiculous. Now I did see when Howard the BAC conference had you know crowd in there for today. Now I understand that some of those kids are going to be on spring break. That's understandable. That's cool. But um, if you're gonna if you want to have people come into the be in the crowd, I would suggest start the tournament like a week and a half or 2 weeks before the spring break. And yeah, that was confusing. The refs they they didn't know what they was doing. They didn't know what they wanted to do. But off topic. I'll see it. College bound CFL. I ain't forgot about our bet. So if we get 7 wins, I want my hundred. I want my hundo cash app to me. So say that cash app. I'm just letting you know. Off topic, but do you think Jackson would support a USFL or XFL team? At the one point in time, Jackson did have a professional football team in the state. I forgot the name of the team was, but they did have professional football at one point in time. This one I was in school at Jackson, um, but it folded before. I mean, it folded after the first, either the first season or the second season. Yeah, and when it comes down to the Texas, to UIL high school basketball for Texas, it's not as packed because they have it in the Alamo Dome. They have the games in the Alamo Dome. Now, when they were at on campus at the University of Texas at I forgot the name of the arena, but when they had it there on campus at the University of Texas, it used to be a packed house. Didn't matter who was there. It used to be a packed house. It used to be a packed house, especially for championship Saturday. Um, but you don't see that right now. You don't see that anymore. You don't see that right now. Especially since, like I said, they have it in the Alamo Dome. It needed to be. I think they need to move that from the dome and bring it back up to Austin or even bring it to Dallas. Bring it to Dallas. That would be much better. Have it at American Airlines Center. But we just gonna try to keep them going. But like I said, I wasn't gonna be on here that long tonight. Usually my co-host will be on here, but like I said, she's with her sons, and it's so she's uh doing mommy duties. Um, I'm with the boys here. The missus is in California right now with her daughter. Like I said, she made it out there last night, and she is tended to her daughter. She thinks she's still in the hospital. She had a biopsy yesterday. Hopefully, we can find out what's going on, and hopefully, we can get her back on track and get her moved out here to, you know, to to Dallas with us for this foreseeable future. But uh, other than that, um, other than that, I talked to the missus earlier. She said she was still a little bit. She was still in some pain, but she's trying to doing a little bit more better, trying to improve and everything. But make sure y'all give a prayer out for my this is my second daughter. Um, uh, and my youngest baby is going to a STEM camp for the Boys and Girls Club in her hometown in Corsicana, which is about an hour from here from Dallas. So um, she's on her little spring break. She was calling me, checking up on me all the time. So uh, my broke best friend is checking on her daddy, and my other daughter, she's 21. Um, she just work and go to school, so she's on spring break too. So uh, don't know what she's doing, but she'll hit me up. She'll ask me for some gas money so she can get back forth to work. I just know it. I just know it. But all my kids, man, just pray for all my kids. Just pray for me, please. Pray for me. But other than that, we are. This is what we're all about. We are sure everybody's doing what they supposed. I got a house full of women, bro. Well, my 21-year-old is with my ex-wife, so um, I'm not. But when they all get together, it is a house full of women. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, I'm just saying. And hopefully we have a good, productive week next week and with no shenanigans, no, name calling or getting dragged by the feet or the ankles. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. That, oh my God. Oh my God. I ain't never seen nobody get dragged. I ain't never seen nobody get dragged like that on Twitter. And all the time I've been on Twitter, I ain't never seen nobody get dragged by one person. By one person. But hopefully we have some sort of peace. We have some sort of peace for next week. If not, uh, it's gonna be Comedy Central all over again for next week. But as always, man, look, I thank everybody for rocking with your boy tonight. I did this tonight, Saturday Night Live solo dolo. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you subscribe to She Loves D Also subscribe to HBCU Overdrive. This has been a HBCU Overdrive She Loves D collaboration. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to both channels. Hit that notification bell for both channels to get everything either She Loves D or HBCU Overdrive. And become an Overdrive fan if you haven't done it by now. It's all good for the low price of $4.99. You will get everything out here for HBCU Overdrive. You will not miss a beat. I'm going to make sure and make sure we get those likes up, because the likes and the comments is for the algorithm. It shows YouTube that that this program is good for the people. That's the reason why. And we could get this channel recommended. It could be a recommended channel for everybody out there on YouTube. So let's get this up. Um, I just want to say thank everybody for coming in. Thank for everybody for showing up tonight, being proactive, and thank for our new member, 100 Yard Alchemist. But other than that, other than that, as always, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Most of all, y'all stay dangerous. We will be back here tomorrow evening to do a bracket breakdown, y'all, to see where all the teams go. And I will have that up tomorrow or tonight so we could get it set up for tomorrow. But until then, peace.